Good morning and welcome to this Tuesday morning edition of the ICC Hour being presented by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. I'm ICC Sports Information Director and Director of Media Relations, Adam Gore. I really appreciate you taking time out of your Tuesday morning to join us here for today's show. We've got a good one for you, as we like to say here at Itawamba Community College. Obviously, community is our middle name, and we went out in the community to talk to a local business this week, and it's Blue Delta Jean Company. We had a chance to sit around and talk to the guys there and find out more about Blue Delta, the origins of the company, the unique offerings their brand have, how ICC plays a role in their success or has helped play a role in their success, their views of why it's important to give back to not only the community but the entire area of North Mississippi. And then we also chat with Brian and Bud towards the end of the show. Luckily, those guys didn't incriminate themselves, but they told us some of their stories and talked about some of their teachers and people that influenced them while they were here at ICC. So you want to be sure and tune in for that and lots more here on the ICC Hour being presented by Renaissance Bank. We'll take a break and hear from Renaissance and more right after this on the ICC Hour on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM.
At Renaissance Bank, we understand your company deserves individualized attention that will support your company's goals. Whether you're looking to finance or lease equipment, we offer flexible options to help you secure capital for your assets. Whether you're a transportation company looking to expand your fleet, a telecommunications company upgrading your capabilities, or anything in between, we can help you. We offer finance agreements or capital leases, tax leases, and track leases, as well as tax-free financing for municipalities and 501c3s. We've been providing financial services to businesses like yours for over a century. So let us show you how Renaissance Bank's equipment financing and leasing can benefit your company. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Online registration for all spring and summer orientation sessions at Itawamba Community College are now open and dates are filling up fast. ICC's free orientation is mandatory for all incoming freshmen. Students must have submitted an application for admission and a copy of their ACT score before registering. Don't forget to sign up for financial aid, scholarships, and housing before it's too late. To register or for more information, visit iccms.edu/orientation or call 662-862-8251. Itawamba Community College, the best start here. And welcome back to the ICC Hour being presented by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. And by the way, don't forget about all the cool extra videos they've got over there at renaissancernation.com. Just visit that site. Of course, I know you've probably seen it on social media, the SEC short videos during football season. They've got those there as well. A lot of cool things going on at Renaissance Bank, and we hope to have an ICC Hour with them coming up here pretty soon, so you'll want to stay tuned for that as well. Now let's stop and take a look at what's coming up at ICC around campus, and it's a busy week athletically and a big event on campus tonight as well. Let's go ahead and talk about the Most Beautiful contest or Most Beautiful pageant going on tonight at the Fine Arts Auditorium here on the Fulton campus. I know at one point there were very few tickets remaining for this event, but if you're interested in coming, tickets are only $5. You can go to iccms.edu/tickets. That's iccms.edu/tickets. Now, your $5 ticket will help support the ICC Travel Club here at ICC. That's a really cool thing that Jesse Stevenson and Dana Nail does to give our students some, outside the classroom learning experience there as well. Now, if you can't make it to Fulton, or if tickets are sold out, they could very well have sold out over the weekend. You can watch the pageant on letsgoicctv.com, the red channel. That's letsgoicctv.com, the red channel. There's 32 contestants this year that will be vying for the Most Beautiful crown, so you'll be sure and want to check that out. Always one of the biggest events on campus throughout the year. So that's the big non-athletic event. Now, athletically, we've got a lot going on this week. Of course, last night was basketball at the Davis Event Center. Baseball was scheduled to play at Snead State. Of course, we filmed this show early, so we don't know if they played or not. It was originally scheduled for Wednesday, but they traveled to Snead State yesterday. Tennis, they were on the road to Southwest Mississippi today for a couple of tennis matches there. And then Wednesday, There was a chance softball was going to make up a game from last week, but that had not been confirmed by the time we recorded the show. So there could be softball either here or on the road in Fulton tomorrow. Be sure to visit letsgoicc.com to find out more information there. Thursday night, basketball at Holmes. The Lady Indians will tip things off at 5:30. The Indians will follow at 7:30. Now, it's going to have big implications on the line for the men as there's a playoff spot up for grabs between both Holmes and ICC. Now, there'll be no broadcast here on Super Talk Mississippi, but we will have links available both on letsgoicc.com as well as on social media at letsgoicc for those that would like to keep up with the game. We'll have those updates throughout the night there on Twitter as well. On Friday, tennis will host East Central. They typically start around 1 o'clock. Of course, tennis don't really have set start times, but they try to get everything started close to 1 o'clock. We're going to try to stream that. Depends on the weather, of course. And anytime we talk about these spring sports or sports outdoors this time of year, there's always that chance of rain. So it could get rained out a little bit later on this week. But if not, we're going to try to stream those tennis matches against East Central on Friday. And then Saturday, my oh my, it's another busy day. Saturday, baseball will host Lakeland out of Illinois here in Fulton. It'll start at noon with that First American National Bank opening pitch. Softball will travel to Wallace Hansville over in Alabama, and tennis will be on the road to Hines. And as always, we talk about these outdoor sports we just said. Schedule to change. Follow us on Twitter at Let'sGoICC for the most recent updates on those schedule changes there as well. Well, as I said, we've got a big show coming your way today here on the ICC Hour being presented by Renaissance Bank, as we're going to go into our interview next with all the great folks over at Blue Delta Gene Company. You want to stay tuned from that. You can learn a lot about Blue Delta, their product, and their pride in North Mississippi, and also how ICC has played a role in their success here in the area. So back with more of the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. Online registration for all spring and summer orientation sessions at Itawamba Community College are now open, and dates are filling up fast. ICC's free orientation is mandatory for all incoming freshmen. Students must have submitted an application for admission and a copy of their ACT score before registering. Don't forget to sign up for financial aid, scholarships, and housing before it's too late. To register or for more information, visit iccms.edu/orientation or call 662-862-8251. Itawamba Community College, the best start here. And welcome back to the ICC Hour being presented by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. And we're on the road with the show today as we're at Blue Delta Gene Company. And guys, real quick before we get in the show, we'll go around the room, let everybody introduce yourselves and tell them what you do here at Blue Delta.
Yeah, I'm Josh West. I'm the CEO of Blue Delta and one of the co-founders.
I am Johnson Benjamin. I'm the Chief Design Officer and one of the partners here at Blue Delta.
And my name is Brian Baldwin. I'm the General Manager of Production here at Blue Delta, and I work for these two fine gentlemen across the way.
Absolutely. Well, guys, appreciate you taking time out of your day to join the show here. At Itawamba Community College, obviously our middle name is Community, so you guys are a very big part of the community and have a really cool brand that you've established. But for those that don't know about Blue Delta Gene, let's talk about the origins and just the idea and how it came to be.
Sure, be happy to. So we are a bespoke gene manufacturer. We say we make custom jeans that fit. That's kind of our elevator pitch. There's very few of these in the U.S. Most of them are very small operators, and what we've been able to do is take the bespoke model and scale it. I was in economic development and moved back after college and was working for Three Rivers, which is a great partner with ICC. And I was doing economic development, and because of that job role, I was in and out of factories every day. I saw a remnant of talent that was in North Mississippi that not a lot of areas of the country still have, and that's sewing abilities.
Right.
You know, we had a lot of garment here in the 60s, 70s, 80s, even some in the early 90s that has since gone overseas. And because of the furniture industry, that sewing talent stayed trained in North Mississippi, where in other parts of the Southeast, it went away. Yeah, you let 2 generations go by without any sewing jobs, and you don't have that talent anymore. So I noticed that was something that we had. I'd always kind of had an entrepreneurial bug, grew up with that, starting things, and just kind of decided to try something new. And so I said, what could we use with the resources we have here? And put an ad in the paper for a seamstress. Built a business model around custom denim. We're a premium brand. If you're going to make clothes in the U.S., you're going to have to charge for them because we pay people better than some of the developing countries, and materials cost more and cost of doing business is more, but you're going to get a better quality product. And so that's what we started building a brand on, was customization and quality. And over time, we added to the team. And my co-founder, Nick Weaver, and I started with one seamstress. Brian and Bud quickly came on. Johnson came on. And now we have over 40 people working here. And we're making custom jeans. We haven't changed our mission. We've just grown a little bit.
And one word you said that some people may not be familiar with, bespoke. Explain that, or you guys, and everybody feel free to jump in at one time. So,
yeah, so a lot of people would say custom, but we're a little bit above custom. Mm-hmm. Custom can mean picking the color of your button or deciding the length of your jean. Bespoke is a European term. It was a Savile Row term, but in Mississippi we say it's just a fancy word for made for scratch.
There you go.
And so we're making this product from scratch for the customer, and Johnson can talk about some of those details that we go into, but it truly is bespoke, which is the highest level of customization. So we're making patterns for each individual customer. If you buy a jean from us, your pattern's on the wall, your pattern's in the system, and it's not like we're choosing from different stock patterns. We're making a unique individual pattern. So that's what kind of raises us up to that bespoke level. And in the clothing world, that's an important distinction.
Yeah. Now, Johnson, can you kind of build on that, but tell everybody how you came to be part of the Blue Delta family.
I am Blue Delta was in existence, and they were just getting off the ground, and they were having a lunch party in the summer of 2012.
Farmers
Market downtown Tupelo. And I kind of have a family history in the garment world. My grandfather was involved. I think he worked for Levi Strauss in the Southeast. He was head of their quality control. He spent time in Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama. And then he ended up having his own factories in North Mississippi in the Alcorn County area, late 70s, 80s, mid 90s. He retired out of the business. My father was always around it in the same factories in the same world. He worked for a large sewing machine distributor in North Mississippi. So when I got out of college, I was studying landscape architecture. Always really loved designing and creating, and that's really the world I knew I wanted to be in. Then I got out of college, and it kind of seemed there was a movement at that time, kind of more American-made items, and I found myself talking to my father and grandfather. I was like, I really want to look into garment manufacturing again. So about the same time that Blue Delta, Nick was having their ideas, I started kind of getting interested as well. And so I found them summer 2012. I was kind of doing similar things in North Mississippi, and then I ended up buying a jean. And I think they like to say that I was kind of a smart aleck about it because I could tell.
He was. We don't like to say that.
We're not sugarcoating that, Johnson. This is on the radio. This is booked.
I could tell they had a great idea. I could tell they had people who could produce it, but they weren't able to capitalize yet on the design part and really make the jeans that bespoke for you fit. And so I knew I wanted to try to be a part of it if I could and figure out that entire design process and be able to scale it up for a company. Because usually bespoke companies is just 2 or 3 people sewing, making a handful of garments a week. And so the Blue Delta model allows us to scale it. And that's kind of how how I got involved here.
And so we told Johnson to prove it, and he proved it. And so we brought him on board.
He created a value. That's the thing about Blue Delta. If you create value, you can stick around. And he created a value instantly. You know what I mean? He knew how to, like he said, make it a more true bespoke product. And he proved it. Josh is dead on with that.
Absolutely. And bespoke, I call it the Blue Delta difference, because I have 2 pairs myself, the jeans and the khakis. And it's because of Brian. We do the Friday night scoreboard show. Can't mention the radio station because we're not on that radio station right now.
For sure.
But I came in one night with a mass-produced brand of jeans, and he's like, the nice jeans. I got some better ones. And I was like, whatever, man. And finally, he come through. He's like, well, just give it a shot. So I tried it out, and I was like, well, I'm going to put these things through the ringer And so I had a gig I had to work over the weekend and traveled 6 hours back and forth in my car, outdoors in 40-degree weather, temperature in Blue Delta jeans. And I come back, I was like, man, sign me up. I'm a believer. So, these are real quality jeans. So, Brian, you and I, we boys, tell everybody how you got involved here at Blue Delta and kind of what you do.
So years ago, I was a slacking bar trivia host and part-time basketball coach at Pontotoc High School. And Josh created this awesome brand, and he had some talented seamstresses who were, at the time, like our night shift, you know what I mean, until we were ready for the full-time crew. And he needed somebody to kind of be a coach and a leader when he was doing his Three Rivers stuff, you know what I mean? And I had some free time, and, man, I agreed. I was like, man, I think I need something to give me some aim, and, leave it to friends to kind of get together and make something happen. And, just slowly but surely it became a growing entity, and it became a full-time gig. And pretty much just started out because I had a friend come to me and trusted me with some responsibility, and I needed some aim, and that's kind of how I got where I am with Blue Delta, truthfully. And it's grown into a fashion brand with like Josh said, over 40, nearly 50 employees that kind of go all around the globe. So.
And for people that are interested, real quick, guys, while we're talking about it, how can they find out more about Blue Delta, social media, and websites?
Sure. BlueDelta.com is the easiest way to find us. We're on Instagram, Facebook, the usual suspects in social media. We have a store in Oxford that's open 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday, but you can buy a jean online. You can buy one in Oxford. If you know Brian or some guys at the factory, you may be able to get in a factory fitting. We do those from time to time. But probably the easiest way to buy a jean is go online, use our customized jean builder, and build the jean that you want, and submit your order.
Why is it important to have that available for your clientele, being a small business?
Yeah, so we sell jeans all over the world.
Yeah.
I mean, we're on a plane. Our sales team is on a plane every day, and so we want to be able to, when we leave, because part of our business is putting a tape measure around you.
Right.
But when we leave those clients, we want them to be able to connect with the brand. We want them to be able to buy more jeans, obviously. We've got over 70% of our clients rebuy at some point, which is a great stat. That means we know that our customers are engaging in buying the jean. So we want it to be easy for them. And the cool thing with the jean builders, over 50 fabrics to choose from, thread colors, button colors. We have over 400,000 different options in jean selections.
Wow.
So it's easy to kind of see that on the web and really get in there and design and make your favorite color and thread color and play around. It's a neat process.
So why jeans?
Well, we kind of backed into jeans, and going back to what we talked about earlier in the origin story. I wanted to make clothes in North Mississippi, and I wanted to obviously make money. So we had to come up with something that people would pay a premium for. And so we came down, at the end of the day, there was 3 options. Formal attire like wedding dresses and prom dresses. I probably wouldn't do a great job selling that or making that. Custom suits, which is a good business, but it's been done, and it has been done well around the U.S. And then denim. And what we didn't know at the time was denim is really hard to customize. Really? So a little bit of it was ignorance, is that I thought, why is nobody else doing this? Well, it's really difficult to do it right. And so I looked around and saw that no one was really doing it to scale. And if you're, a redneck from North Mississippi, what's better than jeans? Yeah. If I've got to pick between those 3, I'm going to go with jeans every time. And remember, Blue Delta wasn't even a brand at this point. It was just a thought. And so we were putting this thing together almost as an experiment. And so to see if we could do it. And then after we had our first show, we knew that people understood the difference in custom. People just get it. They want exactly what they want, and they never seen that in a jean offering before.
And this may be something you both want to talk about here, but okay, so why is it difficult to do that with jeans? Obviously, I know it's a different material, but how do you make it work? And don't give away your trade secrets, obviously, but but how does it work?
Johnson, you want to talk about?
We're not going to tell you how the sausage is made out of.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, the root of the reason why it's so hard is because when Levi Strauss, who invented the jean, he and his partner Jacob, I don't remember now, they partnered up and they were designing a heavy-duty pant for miners to wear to survive day-long work days in the mines digging for coal, gold, whatever it may be. And so they invented jeans to be extremely durable and hard to come apart. So when you typically build a bespoke garment, you want it to be able to fit it to people, make it for their bodies. And so jeans originally were this heavy-duty workwear. There is now modern day fashion in America and across the world. So you had to take this product that was originally workwear, heavy-duty, hard to come apart, but then build it to where you can fit it to someone's body. So in essence, that is where the difficulty lies, when there's not many people who are willing to get into that business.
Jeans are also, they fit tighter than your suit pants.
Right.
So with the tighter fit, there's fewer options to alter. You don't have enough room to alter. And also the machinery is a thick material. So when you buy a suit off the rack or from a custom person and you want to get it tailored, you take it to your local tailor, and they can usually make it work. They typically can't do jeans because they don't have the equipment heavy enough to handle denim. So it's really its own kind of beast, and so we quickly learned that this wasn't typical garment manufacturing.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and talk about some partnerships that you've got in the community, along with ICC as well here with the business, and we'll talk a little bit more as well. So you're listening to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM.
Zelle is the new way to move money, and it's already included inside your Renaissance Bank mobile app. No additional downloads, no additional signups. Whether you're paying a friend back for pizza or chipping in for gas, Zelle lets you send money quickly to almost anyone in your contacts. Here's how it works. Open the Renaissance app, log in, and tap the blue button with the white plus sign on it, and select Zelle. Choose Send, Request, or Split. Pick who you want to exchange money with, either from your contacts or by entering a phone number or email. Choose the account you want to pay with and select an amount. Review and confirm. To stay organized, you can even include a short description of what each payment is for. That's it. Your money is on the move. Most payments take place in just minutes. No need to download another app. It all happens inside here. Balance the bill, split the check, and pay your way with Zelle. To learn more about Zelle, visit RenaissanceBank.com or download the Renaissance Bank mobile app to start using Zelle today. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
Online registration for all spring and summer orientation sessions at Itawamba Community College are now open, and dates are filling up fast. ICC's free orientation is mandatory for all incoming freshmen. Students must have submitted an application for admission and a copy of their ACT score before registering. Don't forget to sign up for financial aid, scholarships, and housing before it's too late. To register or for more information, visit iccms.edu/orientation or call 662-862-8251. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour, being presented by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, RenaissanceBank.com. Now, we're talking to all the great folks here at Blue Delta Jean Company. We're welcoming in Bud, Mac, or excuse me, not Mac, that's the other guy. Brian had to actually go work a little bit today, so at least we got rid of him for a minute. So now we can really talk. But Bud, you're going to talk about the interesting partnership that you guys have with the Belden Center here at ICC. But before you do that, introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are and what you do.
Okay, I'm Bud Holman. I am the VP of Operations here at Blue Delta Jeans. And as Josh likes to say, I make sure the trains run on time. I don't really have any specific skill set, but I try to make sure nothing falls apart.
All right, so let's talk about what is your partnership, or how does ICC help Blue Delta Gene Company?
We've partnered up with the Belden branch, Kathy Gilliam there, and the WIOA with Three Rivers Planning and Development District. They all partner together. We optimize a program called the On-the-Job Training, and in that we're able to hire people that aren't really experienced or trained in what we do, and they will help us subsidize, I guess is the right word, part of their pay for a period, so we can train them up and not really lose any income on that. Because one of the hard things to do is train someone, but also you think, man, I don't want to bring in a new person that's so inexperienced and lose that 6 weeks of training period when I could hire somebody that's fully trained, where you can bring them in at a lower wage and train them up. And then by the time the training period's up, they're trained in your way and they're ready to go, and you don't really lose anything as a company. So that's a great thing that ICC can offer to us and help the community as far as manufacturing goes.
Now, why is, you kind of touched on it there, but that is a very unique thing to have in your own backyard, because you can train somebody here in Belden or Tupelo. You don't have to send them off to, say, Arkansas to go train. So that also saves you some money there. So, talk about the value of that as a business.
Well, I mean, you could send someone off to a trade school, and they're going to, when they finish that, they're going to be able to do everything the trade school wanted them to do in that way. But now we can bring somebody in here that's fresh and teach them the Blue Delta way to do the things we want to do, instead of having them get trained. And then when we hire them, we have to retrain them to do things our way, because we have different steps or different processes. So that's a good way that we can, have a skilled workforce in our backyard, and also just be able to optimize what we have.
And the kind of the sad thing but unique thing is, you guys touched on it. This is something that's starting to go away because people don't do this anymore. But that is something that's very valuable, not only for you guys but for the entire area as well. So as business owners and individuals that run this business, just talk about the importance of that.
Yeah, I mean, training is critical for any workforce, and North Mississippi's just done such a great job with that, with groups like CDF, Three Rivers, ICC, the community college system, and like Bud mentioned, we would love to pull former Lucky Star ladies all day long.
Absolutely.
But they're few and far between, and a lot of our sowers that have been with us from early days, they'll be retiring within 5 to 10 years. And so we're looking to the future and working to train kind of the new generation, and programs like ICC and the OJT program makes that possible for an employer to do. The individual is still getting paid the same amount, but it allows an employer to take a little bit of a risk and bring somebody in with little experience and train them up.
How's your experience been with the Belden Center so far?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, we were able to hire people that otherwise we would have passed on, because they're not really there yet, and we don't want to take that risk. But now, it kind of helps us stack the deck on our side.
Absolutely. Now, one thing you also do is you're a big partner in the community. You give back to the community as well. So one thing we do like to say is, again, our middle name at ICC is community. So why is it important for you guys to be a part of the community?
We just want to be a good corporate partner, and I think that's kind of taught in North Mississippi and in Mississippi as a whole. We're a generous state per capita, and I think that we grew up benefiting from the industry in our town. 3 of us in this room graduated from South Pontotoc. We benefited from all those furniture companies giving back, giving scholarships, giving opportunities, internships. And it's what you're supposed to do. I wish we could do more of that, but I think we just have a good culture in North Mississippi of being engaged in the community. We have good leadership, and I think it's just something that's inherent in the business community here.
And one thing, a lot of people hear the word factory, and it kind of comes with a negative kind of sense, but it's not what it used to be. It's really changed. And Johnson, you could probably talk on this a little bit more as well. It's no longer the dirty, the dingy jobs. It's the high tech, the computers like you do there. And everybody feel free to jump in on this as well. It's something that people kind of look down on. That I'm looking at some jobs whenever you come out of ICC for 2 years and making 70, 80,000, in certain ones, not all of them, of course, but, it's something that really needs to be re-sparked, and it's something we are trying to re-spark, and you guys are doing a great job of that as well.
Yeah, I mean, in the classic sense of old garment factories, there used to be these huge open buildings with people elbow to elbow working at extremely quick, high production paces. And I mean, the lighting wouldn't be great. Probably wouldn't have controlled air. It'd probably be hot in the summer and cold in the winter. And then you kind of just had to work when you're told to work, and then just not the best environments. And that's how, unfortunately, some of the old garment industry was built. And now we've kind of taken the best of a lot of worlds, because we're taking that old garment manufacturing, but walking our facility, it starts with road designers working on computers. We have a CNC cutter, and then we have automated sewing machines with electronics on them now. And so when people can work in a much more comfortable environment, and we have LED lights everywhere. I mean, it's a pretty cold day, and I think everybody's pretty warm today working here.
It's completely, one thing we've done here too is we've been really flat with our organizational chart, so everybody here is on the factory floor. Johnson is doing designs in CAD, steps away from the ladies that are sewing and cutting, and we can literally we did that intentionally because we can literally talk to one another. There's not like you're going up to the front office to talk to the management. The management's on the floor with you, which I think is important, and it builds a whole team aspect and atmosphere. There's really not a lot of offices here. We want people out in the open. Everybody kind of works in open space cubes, and if you want an office like me and a couple of the guys, we just commandeer conference rooms and work out of them, like what we're in today. We kind of tried that as an experiment and really a necessity at first, but we liked it, and we've kind of expanded on that, and it really helps somebody when our sales team comes here. They get to go look and see how these jeans are being made. They get to know the people on the line, and that helps build culture and community in our workplace.
And I think it does a really good job of feeling value across the board, because I know the first time I came, Brian took me through it. He introduced me to each individual person. He kind of told a little side story to each one, and you can tell that difference in your employers, or in your employees, excuse me, and that's big, because when they feel like they're a part of the system as a whole, they're going to tend to be invested more personally and do a better product.
Exactly. Yeah, we want our people to understand what we're doing. Brian and Bud and Johnson do a great job of keeping them informed. We don't really want that division. We make a lot of jeans for artists and athletes. We have some really cool names coming through here, and so we like them to know that and see, hey, I'm sewing Eli Manning's pant today. That's cool for them. We want them to feel part of that when we get one of those big sales, and we have 150 jeans coming in from one event. They're going to know about that. Yeah. We're not just throwing product down the line that's going to get done by someone. We know who's doing it and when it's coming out the other end. And it really, as you grow, that's harder to do. Right. But we've been really intentional about it and trying to continue to do that.
Now, guys, I know Blue Delta is based here in Tupelo, but you guys also share the love around the area as well to keep it local. And that's something very important to you guys as well. So if y'all will, just talk amongst yourselves about some of the other people in the area and the other companies that you guys support, and they support you as well, or you do business through.
Yeah. We work with a lot of people locally in the area, and when we started, it was a necessity, and we've continued to work with these people because it's quality. You can talk to them, you can pick up the phone and reach them. But Bud, who are some of the ones we get our monograms done by?
We get those done by Quick Stitch. We get our labels done by Tupelo Screen Printing. We try to boost morale by offering a lunch at least once a month for our factory here, so we like to keep bouncing around different restaurants.
We buy a lot of Mississippi products. Our bags that we ship our jeans in, which adds up, is a cool. It's a cottonseed sack.
They're pretty awesome.
They look cool, right?
Yeah.
So it's a cottonseed sack from Clarksdale, Mississippi. It's from an actual cotton mill that you use to ship seeds in. That was a big win. I'm a big fan of what's the pizza we like around here? The Pizza Dr. Pizza. So we anytime we kind of reward our staff members, we order some Pizza Dr. Pizza. We try to really just use local brands, Mississippi brands when we can. Yeah. There's not a Mississippian making our denim, but if we can find a mill like a mill that we use in Georgia,
Mount Vernon Mills.
Mount Vernon Mills, they make their denim with cotton west of the Mississippi. So some of that cotton's coming from the cotton fields in Mississippi. So we try to be kind of mindful of that when we're choosing who our vendors are.
Gotcha. And it's a made in the USA product. You see some made in the USA products, and you might see the frying pan China as well. But that's a really cool aspect about that is everything that you guys offer from start to finish is local, is in state, if not a little bit out of state as well. But there's a lot of, I guess for lack of a better word, love put into your product, and it shows in your final product. So why is that important to just have that local mentality to, one, give back to the community, be a part of the community, and also just be vocal, or not be vocal, but just be part of the community?
Yeah, well, we know we can't do much good if we're not a successful business. And our story's cool, we get to tell it a lot, but no one would really care if the product wasn't good. And so we concentrate on making a really good product and putting, like you said, the love into it. Our bags used to say "From Tupelo with Love."
Yeah.
We really focus on putting our best foot forward in product, and then those other things can come. I guess it's the old economic developer in me, but I talk about Mississippi anytime I get a chance outside of the state as a place that's easy to do business in. The cost of doing business is reasonable. The labor pool is still here and still willing to work. You take that for granted, but you go into other places of the country and see the cost of doing business and see the labor that you're trying to pull from. We've got a really good place here in North Mississippi to do manufacturing. And as manufacturing continues to reshore, I think we're in a good spot.
All right, I'm going to toss this one question before we catch up with Ron again. All right, so what does Blue Delta and North Mississippi mean to you?
It means quality products and quality people.
It means a place where I could have a business and also a workplace where you kind of have a family where you work.
What?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It means family. Everything's close. You can't go anywhere without knowing somebody. I don't care where you go. You're going to be able to connect with somebody within 3 people. The whole 3 degrees of separation. Yeah. So you got that, and people just like to work here. I mean, people respect work and they want to work, and they don't have that kind of labor force other parts of the country, even other parts of the state. So we're in a very unique place and a great place to have our product.
We'll be back with more of the ICC Hour right after this on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Online registration for all spring and summer orientation sessions at Itawamba Community College are now open, and dates are filling up fast. ICC's free orientation is mandatory for all incoming freshmen. Students must have submitted an application for admission and a copy of their ACT score before registering. Don't forget to sign up for financial aid, scholarships, and housing before it's too late. To register or for more information, visit iccms.edu/orientation or call 662-862-8251. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
At Renaissance Bank, we understand your company deserves individualized attention that will support your company's goals. Whether you're looking to finance or lease equipment, we offer flexible options to help you secure capital for your assets. Whether you're a transportation company looking to expand your fleet, a telecommunications company upgrading your capabilities, or anything in between, we can help you. We offer finance agreements or capital leases, tax leases, and track leases, as well as tax-free financing for municipalities and 501c3s. We've been providing financial services to businesses like yours for over a century. So let us show you how Renaissance Bank's equipment financing and leasing can benefit your company. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit, and you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I can go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour, as always presented by Renaissance Bank. Don't forget, you can go by and check out all those unique SEC short videos on RenaissanceNation.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, RenaissanceBank.com. Well, guys, we're going to welcome Brian back in. Brian,
Hey, welcome.
Yeah, he had to go do a little work. So, Bud, Brian, you both went to ICC.
We absolutely did,
Yes.
Mr. Adam.
Now,
Have you not seen our statue over there?
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm
They
gonna-
must have taken it down for cleaning.
Well, they actually do have an unofficial statue for Bud and I. We are the reason, or I would like to say the class that we came through is the reason there is a fence around Pontotoc Hall.
All right, so we're going to go back and look at some of your time at ICC, and don't incriminate yourself.
No, for real, like Bud said, statute limitations, double jeopardy, real law talk here.
Yeah. So, but guys, real quick, just talk about when you were at ICC and just some of your favorite memories.
Well, I tell you, I want to give a shout out to Itawamba. I joke around about going to college, and I went to 4 or 5 institutes of higher learning, and
There you go.
Itawamba is the only one I don't owe money to. So I'd like to give a shout out to them. That speaks to the value of the university. Man, some of my favorite memories from Itawamba, I remember the first day I moved into Pontotoc Hall. I went to Northwest right out of college to play basketball. Out of high school to play basketball, and I ended up going to ICC because it was a better fit for me. And when I moved over to Fulton, I remember the first day I moved into the dorm room with Bud. Like, that was a memory because he'd been there for a semester. He took me to the grill. He showed me all the cool places. I saw where Sheffield Hall was, which at the time was the only female dorm on campus, And I just remember going to that first basketball game against Northeast when Quintel Woods came in the house and the rubber dome was packed. And, I remember going to the lock and dam up the road, just stuff like that. It was really fun. The baseball team was good. I had guys like Dusty Finley and Ryan Moody and Hal Teasler around, and I just remember the relationships, really. And the Thursday nights, those were fun times for me. What about you, Bud? What do you remember?
Intramurals is what really, I really love that. We actually had a group of athletic guys that weren't good enough to play for ICC, but were athletic enough to win a few intramural championships. So we had a good time.
We did. Intramural softball was pretty cutthroat.
Nice.
I'll have to say, we had the short porch for the fast pitch field, and we would hit just absolute
And
bombs.
the last week of season, the football team would start their spring practice, and they would take down the outfield fence.
Oh.
So, I mean, people would hit bombs, and you would have to have 3 relay guys to get it back to the
That's
infield.
funny. That's awesome.
It was wild.
I'll say this for real: best 3 years of my life were spent at Oklahoma.
There you go. Hey, the cool thing about it was I spent 3 years at ICC as well.
For sure.
Okay, guys. So when did you go to ICC? What year was it?
0102 was our freshman year, right? Yeah, that was our freshman
I was
year.
there 01 to 03.
Yeah, our first year was 0102. I was there 03, 01 to 04.
Here's the small world. That's when I was there.
Okay, we were third floor Pontotoc Hall.
All right,
Shout out to our RA, Keywan Foster.
Yeah. Okay. So I was in Monroe at the time. So and I was on
you
the
were
golf
the
team.
smart guy.
Yeah.
I somehow mistakenly
honors dorm.
I mistakenly got put in there. But so looking back at your time at ICC and what it does for the community now, Bud, what does ICC mean to you when you think about it?
Well, whenever I graduated high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to be an engineer until I took my first calculus class, and that changed my mind.
Who was your calculus teacher? Was it Miss Randall? Was it
Yes,
Miss
yes.
Randall? Okay.
Yeah, and she is a very bright lady, and I was not a very bright student. But I learned real quickly that wasn't what I wanted to do. So I was glad that I was somewhere where I could pivot very quickly, change my major, change to a business major. I'm glad I did, but also I could also I had connections so I could get a part-time job and work. It was close enough to home where I could still have those connections, but far enough away that I felt like I was actually away at college. But it was a great 2 years. I believe if I'd went anywhere else those 2 years, I would not have probably wouldn't have finished college. But anyway, it gave me a step up. I was able to get 2 years in, get my grades right, keep some scholarships. It was a great place to go and start out.
Right.
I tell you what, if I, like I said, looking back on Itawamba, what it means to me. Like I said, value and relationships. We joke about junior college being 13th grade. You go to Fulton, you think to see all the other cool kids from the other schools you've been hearing about all these years.
Right.
Man, it's much more than that. I mean, I have decades-long friendships now with folks that I met there because of the decision to go to Itawamba. The education you get there from the professors and teachers is unparalleled. I had Dean Birchfield for history.
Yes.
He was so good. And I'll say this, my favorite professor that I've had in probably my dozen years of going to college, the late Sal Williams.
Yes.
I had him, Bud and I both had him for theater. We had theater appreciation, and I also took him for speech. And he was just a good dude. He was a normal guy. And I really enjoyed his class. And it showed me having educators like that, putting the onus on you and the responsibility on you to do your work while also bringing you along if you needed help. That's what the real world is. We have to figure it out on our own. But there are people there to help bring us along when we need it. And that's what ICC was for me, from friends, educators, deans, administrators, even the campus police. They were always pretty cool over there.
Yes. He kind of talked about one of his favorite teachers. Do you have a favorite teacher you remember, Bud?
Mr. Birchfield was probably by far my favorite.
He was awesome.
He retired a few years ago, so he was there with us a few times. But that was my dude back. Whenever he was there, he'd always eat lunch with us. Most interesting person in the world.
And they're also the smartest person I've ever met taught at Itawamba. He was the psychology professor, Mr. Riley. He had a ponytail, silver white hair, and there was a game show out back then called The Inquisitor, and I always felt he moonlighted as the Inquisitor because he was a literal genius. I remember him; he was fantastic. Did you ever have him, Bud? Did you have psychology? That guy was awesome.
Any other teachers that really kind of jump out? I know one guy you don't want to talk about because you do an impression of him as well. But any other teachers that kind of jump out?
I don't remember his name. He was my business law professor. He was hilarious.
Mr. Russell?
Yes.
That's right. The older guy.
I loved him.
He liked to go down to Peppertown after class on a Thursday, I think.
Anyway, I had a lot of great teachers there. A lot of, I don't remember regretting anything from there, as far as my education. I mean, it was a lot of good teachers. I learned a lot of stuff. It was great. I don't have any regrets from going there.
And I think a large part of it is just the small classroom, the small environment, because your teacher gets to know you as a person. They get to know, okay, this is their strength, this is their weaknesses, this is how I can help bring them along. So just talk about the small classroom size, I guess you can say, and just that personal experience.
Yeah, everyone in my English comp class in freshman year hated me because I was the only one that read all of Light in August. And I aced the final, and there was no curve because I made a 97 and
you made
yeah, I was that guy. I love the book though, but anyway, the small classes really helped me connect with the teachers. I mean, if you had any questions, go talk to them. It wasn't like you were a guy with 150 people in your auditorium and you had no idea who the teacher was. They would talk to you after class. I remember I got a few scholarships from Delta State because I was close enough with my accounting professor, who was also my advisor. He said, "Hey man, let's find what we can get." So it was great connections there.
What I remember a lot about Itawamba was the preparation for the next level, for the 4-year school that you were going to. But the thing about them is they didn't want you to just pass and get out of there. Right. They wanted you to be prepared to succeed. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The attendance policy where I went to previously was you missed, you got dropped, you were done.
Yeah.
At ICC, if you missed, this happened to me a time or two. I'll say this. If you missed, you got dropped, you had to go before the dean of that school, and you had to plead your case like an adult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had to go in there and say, hey, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. And they always usually, most people, showed leniency.
Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
But it taught me a lot of things about being an adult and solving problems and handling situations there. That I have taken with me in business, you know what I mean? Like the way that you interact with people above you, people below you, people in your same peer group. And I learned a lot at ICC. I really did, and I'm thankful for that time there. I really am.
What about your time with Marty Cooper?
Well, Gore, I tell you, Brian was not the world's greatest student assistant. No. I was a student assistant for a year for Coach Cooper and Coach Kerry Ball at the time, Kerry Ball Williamson now. And I will say this, they gave me a great opportunity that I didn't take full advantage of. But I learned a lot from him. I came from a high school basketball coach's home, and I thought there was only one way to skin a cat, and that was David Baldwin's way.
Yeah.
But, man, being around Marty Cooper, I learned how to deal with different folks, how to deal with folks who might be there on their own agenda, who might be there for a team agenda, folks who are trying to go to the next level, folks who just want to be party animals.
Yeah.
Coach Cooper, I don't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
He was able to deal with all the folks like that. And then you had Coach Ball.
Mm-hmm.
She was just an angel walking the basketball court.
Yes.
So I learned how to be compassionate and empathetic and sympathetic from her. So wielding a strong hand like Marty and having a soft shoulder to cry on like Carrie was a really good thing for me. And I really enjoyed my year there, and I'm able to put it on my resume anytime I need it.
Absolutely. And I say this with 100% serious. Anybody that says Kerry Ball is not the best, or Coach Ball is not the best AD in the country, I'll fight you right now.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I'm really glad that Ole Miss did not hire her away from Itawamba. We'll just say that.
Yes, yes. All right, guys. So we're in the closing minutes of the show. So if you had to do a sales pitch for someone to consider Itawamba Community College, or maybe even go to Itawamba Community College, what would you tell them right now if you had them in front of you?
It's just a great community-based institution. I mean, you can come from anywhere in the area and go there, and you can get connected with a job after you leave there. It's just, I'm trying to be able to put it in words, like it's just a great place, a good stepping off point for anybody, wanting to find a career, because you can go the technical side, you can go the business side, whatever you want to do. There's always somewhere you can go from there, and just build your career from there.
Brian,
I think it's the perfect fit. I like Blue Delta.
Yeah.
For somebody who's not sure of what they want to do, you go to ICC and you figure it out. For somebody that is sure of what you want to do, you go to ICC and they help you get to the next spot, the next jumping off point, as you will. I would say this: life is about value. It's about time. It's about management of time and responsibilities. And ICC provides great value. Mm-hmm. It allows you to be flexible with your schedule so that you can, have enough of your most important resource, which is time. And it allows you to build relationships that you really, really will take with you the rest of the way. I'm friends with guys from junior college that their friendship surpassed the things that I had in high school. I have friends who went to fraternities and did other things at four-year schools, and they still hang around the guys they went to Itawamba Community College with.
That's awesome. Well, guys, I appreciate your time today. Johnson's still in here with us. Real quick, before we let you go, one last time, pop everything you can about Blue Delta and all the great things you guys do here.
Blue Delta, we'll make you a bespoke custom jean to your measurements, and it's made right here in Tupelo.
Well, what I'll say about Blue Delta is I work with the best team in the country, better than any athletic team, better than any professional basketball team, baseball team, football team, and buy a pair of pants and you become a part of that. The Blue Delta family is really like no other.
Yeah, and you and I on the same coin. You're only as good as the people you work with.
For sure.
This great team here, like you said, you're only good as the people you work with, and Blue Delta has a great team of individuals that together we make a really good family. And get your pair of Blue Deltas. You can join the family with us.
Absolutely. You'll see me pop them on social media. Blue Delta. And Brian, do you know that off the top of your head, or you guys know your Blue Delta, all your stuff?
Yeah, we're at Blue Delta Jeans on Twitter, at Blue Delta Jeans on Instagram. You can find us on our Facebook page. There's a Blue Delta Jean Company Facebook page as well. And the website is bluedeltajeans.com. So, yeah, and you can, like you said, Josh said, you can go through our Jean Builder. You can request a fitting. We have a clone system to go through as well. We're available in all 50 states and several continents across the globe. So.
Well, you've been listening to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi, as always presented by our friends at Renaissance Bank. We'll be back next Tuesday at 9:06 for the ICC Hour. Be sure and tune in there. This has been Adam Gore, ICC Sports Information Director and Director of Media Relations. Wishing you guys a great week. Have a good one. And as always, Roll Tide.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women in the communities they influence every day.
Online registration for all spring and summer orientation sessions at Itawamba Community College are now open, and dates are filling up fast. ICC's free orientation is mandatory for all incoming freshmen. Students must have submitted an application for admission and a copy of their ACT score before registering. Don't forget to sign up for financial aid, scholarships, and housing before it's too late. To register or for more information, visit iccms.edu/orientation or call 662-862-8251. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Brought to you by Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. Learn more at Renaissance